people.
You guys might as well also be barefoot and wear bald caps.
You're so little.
Well, no.
Where does it go?
Poland, the martial law in Korea was crazy, huh?
We don't allow women in the house. Okay, now that Lily's gone, let's really spill the tea. We're in Macau.
Hello from Macau.
Hi.
So, because I've been traveling all across
So much. She left me for 3 weeks.
Korea, Japan,
So long that I had to go find her. I had to fly all the way across the world to find the love of my life because it's been so long.
Hey, I'm gonna roleplay Pokey the entire trip. I'm so sleepy. Hey guys, what are we doing? I'm just like that's you. That's been the entire trip.
That's what happens when you travel to the other side of the world.
Every time we hang out. Every time we hang out.
I did it for you.
I'm so sleepy.
It's funny because I really, guys, last night it got so bad. We're in Hong Kong, amazing city. Like, there's 1,000,001 stores. Capitalism is really popping off with this one. And yet, in the late afternoon, I was so dead. I booked a hotel room so I could nap for 2 hours.
No, her jet lag has been really bad, which is really sad because like obviously we all want to hang out with you, but we feel bad because you're like constantly
Dead.
so sleepy.
And we have to take a ferry, like this big old boat, to go from Macau to Hong Kong,
Well-
which we've done twice, which means 4 ferries.
Let's explain why we're in
Girl,
Macau right
I'm
now.
about to throw up on each way. If I wasn't already tired and jet lagged, I'm tired from the boat.
I don't relate because I don't get seasick. Just
I'm
you know,
sorry, you're
just
so
perfect
perfect,
human
can't
being
relate.
things. I just never got seasick in my life. But meanwhile, Pokey and Michael every like 5 minutes.
It's almost like, have you seen the Family Guy episode where one person throws up and then the other person's like, oh, that's disgusting, and then they throw up and then everybody's throwing
Yeah,
up?
show that clip. Show that clip, Flex.
Maybe we don't, but either way.
Why are we in Macau? There's a TFT
Tournament.
what is it called? A TFT
It's
Open Invitations,
open-
right? Open Invitations.
Girl,
Just making sure I know.
layman's. A tournament for a video game called TFT. I was talking to this guy. Anyways, I was talking to this guy and I was like, he's like, why are you in Macau? I said, TFT. He's like, what's a TFT? And then I tried to explain and I'm like, it's a video game. It's an auto battler.
Oh, you lost
Wait,
it there.
I know,
You lost it there.
I know. He's such a normie.
League of Legends champions, which is another
Do you
riot.
think he knows League of Legends?
Okay,
He
well,
doesn't.
Maybe
For
we
him to
should.
even ask what TFT is, I said, you know, a TFT tournament. He's like, what's that? I said, a game, auto battler. Pretty aesthetics.
Little chibis.
What else am I? How do you explain TFT to someone?
Yeah, for someone who doesn't know what TFT is, I'm not sure actually. An auto battler would have explained it for me, but I know that's not the same for everyone else. Remember auto chess?
I didn't know what an auto
Damn.
battler was before TFT, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. We're there for that. Some of our friends are competing.
Yeah.
Or competing.
They were competing really hard.
Yes,
on
they
the
tried
first
really,
day,
really hard.
And maybe not the subsequent days, but on the first day, they competed really well.
We were cheering, but
We cheered so hard. I was cheering from my hotel room because I was really tired.
she was so tired.
No, seriously, I was so tired I couldn't go down to the convention anymore. But I watched the whole run from my bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never really got into competitive TFT, but it's pretty exciting.
It's so fun.
Even Michael was like really into it, and he has no idea what the set is. I don't
The
either.
beauty of like tournaments and competition is I truly feel like no matter what sport or even esport at this point, if you can like really understand the game enough or just give it some effort to understand, competition is so fun to watch.
I think high level competition in
Yeah,
anything
It's so
is really
enjoyable.
fun.
And it makes you appreciate how much time and effort goes into something.
So I just thought of high level competition is really interesting, but have you ever seen that Japanese show where it's like who can daydream the hardest?
No, but I'm not surprised that you have.
Dude, I want to.
What do you mean daydream the hardest?
It's just a bunch of people like zonking out. They're like it's just.
How do you
daydreaming.
rate them? Do
It's-
they tell you the dreams after?
I think it's just you have to be awake. I'm not sure, but I want to compete in that. I feel like I have a good chance.
Understandable.
Anyway,
I would be rooting for you.
thank you.
Go Eepy Lily! But this trip, I'm the Eepy one.
She's so eepy, but you've been
I've
getting
been sleeping.
better.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
Here's the thing, I don't want to get so used to this time zone
'Cause you're
anyways,
going
because we're
back
going right
anyway.
back.
Yeah,
And I can't wait to go back and film more podcast episodes with you.
this is crazy. I've been in basically Korea, Japan, and Macau. So I've been
Away
over.
from me, did you miss me?
overseas for 3 weeks
Was that
or
sigh
so.
a yes?
Dude, I'm so
sigh.
embarrassed because Aria's like watching this, and I'm like, I'm trying not to.
And Aria will be joining us soon.
Soon, surprise! Yeah, that's why we're in Macau.
Yeah. And Macau is kind of known as like, it's kind of like Vegas. Actually, we're in a hotel room, the exact same hotel room that we've been in Vegas.
Vegas, Venetian. It's a carbon copy. The room layout is exactly the same.
So it's kind of freaky. It's a little disorienting. You're like, wait, where actually am I? Because the hotel room is just like Vegas. You step outside, it's a big, like extravagant, gaudy hotel like in Vegas.
It's
Gaudy as
opulent.
heck.
It's like almost gratuitous in a way. Everything's so shiny and you know, spend money,
Very,
gamble,
very clean.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
You like Vegas?
the martial law in Korea was crazy, huh?
Shall we begin the podcast episode discussing martial law?
Wait, I have to explain. So we were in Korea at the time, right? And then it happened at night in Korea, like 11 p.m. ish.
Let's give some context. For those who don't know, there was, you were in Korea during a specific week. And during one evening in particular, I woke up to a bunch of news headlines and tweets from friends. Something martial law. Me, a Valorant player, I said, ooh, a lot of snipers? What does that mean? Was I the only one who was not so sure what martial law meant?
Your brain, man.
I know. I've been Okay, on one hand, I want to be like, brain rot. I don't really quite know what martial law means. Of course, it's some sort of government term and it sounds spooky, right? But on the other hand, I'm Canadian. Do they even have that?
I don't blame the editor if he wants to cut this entire thing out. Like, I don't think we know. It was
fine. Okay, you take the lead on martial law. Man.
Okay, so night, 11 p.m.
In Korea.
A lot of messages all of a sudden. Well, actually, like the headlines.
Were you awake or were you asleep?
I was awake, but I'm like, oh, I wonder what that is. I'm so sleepy. Good night. So I went to bed, woke up from like friends like, hey, are you okay? I heard there was a motion. I'm like, whoa, this thing seems a little serious. And then I looked it up. It's like when sorry, I'm gonna look it up just in case I'm wrong.
Oh yeah.
Just in case I'm wrong. Just in case I'm wrong, because sometimes
I believe martial law is when the government basically says fuck the rules, right?
the replacement of civilian government by military rule and the suspension of civilian legal processes for military powers. I'm looking it up because last time I said Miffy was from Japan, but she's not. She's actually Dutch.
That was on the list of things to discuss.
So I was
today.
like, I was kind of like
Dutch,
not. Yeah, I felt bad because I just said it like because I assumed, and I should have fact
and you
checked.
should never assume.
So from now on, I'm
assumptions
gonna
make
try
an ass out of.
fact checked more. Anyway, that was in Korea, and then OTV was like joking around how we had bad luck, and because last time we went to Japan.
Yeah.
Oh,
What happened? Was there
the dude got
earthquake?
assassinated.
Oh.
Shinzo Abe, the former prime minister of Japan, right when we landed.
What's up with OTV and
I don't know.
political?
So we were kind of
bringing
scared.
political issues to countries.
So we were kind of scared going into Macau. Please, nothing bad happened.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
And I'm leaving tonight, so if something crazy is gonna happen, can you leave? Wait, so basically martial law came into effect, which means like the military takes over, and then it got out of being put into effect, and nothing happened the whole time.
I saw it worded in a way the president rolled a nat 1 on persuasion and charisma. Like, it just bombed. And he got impeached recently, too. So it's like, well, that's...
I heard he knew that he was gonna get impeached, so he put into effect martial law, so it's like, can't impeach me, bitch, but then they didn't know that. This could be completely
We
wrong.
just talked about assumptions and fact-checking.
Hey, at least I'm giving the disclaimer that this could be completely wrong.
Anything we say can be completely wrong.
This is for entertainment purposes
Entertainment,
only.
don't take us as an educational thing. We're just here to yap, bro. Do not come to us for factual news and stuff, please.
Yeah, just come here for memes and a little giggle.
Like a little
And some
sleepover
girl
vibes.
love.
So after that, I was in Japan, and that was fun. I always like Japan.
Japan, if I am to recommend someone to go anywhere and they can only go to one place, I feel like it just kind of has to be Japan.
Honestly,
Such a unique experience.
every time I go to Japan, I'm like, oh, I remember why I love this place. I can train everywhere. I never take a car. I can walk and train anywhere. It's so nice, the freedom to do that, right? Like,
Can I tell you the most interesting thing that I've learned probably ever?
And please tell me the interesting thing that you've learned. And I'm so excited.
Okay, Broden told me that the reason why Japan's public transport is so efficient.
Shrooms.
Yes.
Not that shrooms.
Not
shrooms.
psilocybin, just regular mushrooms. So apparently, what they did back in the day or something is they laid out a bunch of.
I'm gonna fact check while you talk about it.
Oh, please do, because I don't even know the best way to explain it, but you'll understand. They put, I guess, a bunch of spores or mushrooms where the cities or points that people need to travel from are, and they put it, I guess, on like a bed of dirt or something, and then they added fertilizer and they just looked at where the mushrooms grew or like in what direction the roots grew, and that's how they based where to put the train tracks or the subway tracks. And that's why it's so efficient. Mother Nature.
Slime mold, they said. Networks of nutrient channeling tubes that are similar to the layout of the Japanese rail system. That's really
Is it based
interesting.
off of that, right?
Yeah, you're.
I paraphrased pretty decently, right?
You did your homework.
Thank you.
You did it.
And if I'm wrong, it's Broden's fault.
Check out these tarts.
So our lovely producer today is Pocky, not Pokey, and he brought us egg tarts. Would you like a bite? Let's see how yummy they are.
That's some asthma for you guys. They don't. Some of them don't like eating noises stuff.
It's like, I know the crust is gonna be good because it
That's
kind
fucking
of smells
good.
like pizza.
That's really good.
That's stupid good.
That's really good. If we don't want eating noises, maybe like editor can
Just make them really loud, really crunchy.
Oh, you know how in Japanese toilets, because some women are like subconscious of the peeing noise, they have a little waterfall trickling noise. Maybe we can have that one week. Well, not
Guys,
really.
did you know in Japan, like when you go to a bathroom, not only will they have a bidet, heated seats, like water in your bumhole, but they will also have this music playing in the background that's like raindrops and a waterfall and soothing.
It's to mask your
like
pee noise.
spa music. I thought it was to mask your shit.
That too, actually.
Okay, that makes
No,
sense.
that too. There's a really good tactic. If you're in public restrooms and you want to mask the sound of your shit hitting the toilet, I'm so sorry if you're eating
I know. I'm wondering if your tech is like my tech.
You do a layer,
Not that I've ever pooped, but just in case.
layer of toilet paper, and then it masks the muffles the
plop?
sound. Yeah.
No way.
I read that somewhere and I tried it and it works.
So just one layer whole way through?
Yeah, just like make sure there's like a layer of toilet paper.
Wait, that's good to do if you're like sleeping over with someone too.
Yeah, I guess
Or like sharing a hotel room.
sometimes when you share a hotel room, right? There's one bathroom and you really gotta take a.
And the bathroom's really close. I will legit go to the lobby. I want a bowel movement in peace. You don't want to be straining your colon because that's not good for your intestines.
Everyone's
So-
pooping time should be like their internal, like peaceful,
Yes.
You know?
Moment of relaxation where I can get away from the pressures of the world.
where you can browse your phone
Yes. TikTok or Reels.
in peace.
And I don't want to be thinking about, is someone listening? Is someone judging based off of?
I pooped finally.
I was gonna say, we should talk about your poops. There ain't much to talk about. She does them shits like every 4 or 5 days.
Well, when I travel specifically, I can't. It's just like my body just shuts
Oh yeah,
down.
but I think when you're home,
no,
it
home is
also
like
takes you
home
a
is,
minute.
home is like 3 days.
Let's talk about the cadence. Let's talk about it.
Home 3 days, I would say. Travel.
Every 3. The thing is, you're so little.
Well, no. But
Where does it go?
the colon. You've seen the colon, right? It
I know, it goes
fucking wraps, and you can fit a lot of shit in there.
Okay, but 3 days worth?
Yeah,
3 days worth is crazy.
I know. But
It's
like,
almost impressive.
this has been my life, like literally since I remember. So
Yeah.
this is normal for me.
Can I be honest?
Okay.
When we used to live together.
Oh no.
No, don't worry, it's not like that.
Oh no.
When we used to live together and I first met you, like the first year or two, and I found out that you poop every like 3 to, honestly at the time, sometimes it was like 5, 6, 7 days.
It was not set.
Like there was at least one point in time where you pooped once in a week.
Maybe like once.
Right?
When I was like severely constipated. Yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I was really worried.
Thanks, Pokey.
No, like I'm thinking back on me at like 22 and I was really like worried about it.
Wow. No.
But I think it's just your body's natural cadence.
Not
If it works for you, it works for you.
Isn't doing it like this entire time, but when I travel, it gets especially bad.
I used to be like, should I spike her food with some fiber supplements
Oh,
with them? I was really worried.
Thank you. No, I did. I pooped. I did. I finally did it, and it was very nice. It was glorious. I lost like 5 pounds.
That's insane.
Anyway, the thing about okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have one last question. So the longer you go without pooping, when you finally go, is it quick and easy or does it take a while?
Honestly, it's just normal.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not
Just
like it's just normal. I don't know what to say.
nice.
It's.
I mean, I think that's good because that shows not many problems. If you were like actively constipated on
No.
the toilet and stressing.
No, just normal poops.
For me, I go once a day every day after this.
See,
bad boy.
I have never been able to relate to that. Going once a day.
I guess
I wish.
that's just
Mm.
DNA, genetics.
I was gonna say, like, there's when I zoom out a little bit in our lives, right? We're public figures
Talking about poo.
on a podcast.
Talking
Now,
about poo.
thousands of people know my bowel
Poo
schedules
schedule.
and stuff. It's kind of nuts when you think about it like that, no?
I actually want to say I'm so proud of how open you've been on the podcast.
Mm.
So proud.
Mm.
I think everybody knew you were funny, talented, gorgeous, sexy,
Oh, really?
beautiful,
Okay.
humble, kind,
I mean,
generous,
I guess, yeah.
charitable.
Okay, no, perfect.
But now people know you're even more funny, kind, humble, generous, beautiful, sexy, kind.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think it's more so like, how do I word it?
You don't give a flip anymore?
Kinda, yeah. Because I think that every human being has like things they're good at
Mhm.
and has their flaws too. Like
Mhm.
we're not perfect. We have flaws, and to be open with that is like, okay, well, I don't really care if you don't like them. It's
Yeah.
just who I am.
I also feel like the more we hold back, the less opportunity we give people to relate to literally anything.
It goes both ways, though.
Oh.
Vulnerability does go both
Yeah,
ways.
vulnerability can be a double-edged sword, but I think there's so much beauty in it. And I think it's what creates like such depth with community and such connection with our community.
Hey,
Speaking of our community, we heard you guys like taste buds, and I think they didn't mind like the little nuggets too.
I'm telling you, the little nuggets is kind of funny. Hey, Pocky,
Hmm.
do you like taste buds or little nuggets?
If you were part of a community,
our
a
podcast
community.
do you
would you want to be called a taste bud or a little nugget?
wait?
Is it little or
Can
just
I
nugget?
read some of the suggestions though? Just because
Should we get his opinion before or after?
I was gonna read suggestions and see what
Okay,
he likes.
yes.
Some people thought Sour Patch Kids was cute, but that's like copyrighted, so we can't do that.
Sorry.
What if we were called the Sweeties?
Cute, but a little too,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
The Cookie Beans.
Funny, but also a little too.
Mhm. Taste buds. A lot of people like taste,
Taste
buds.
buds is fun.
Condiments. I'm down, lol. This is funny. Okay, but taste buds is actually so cute. Yeah, taste buds is actually so great. Lily cooked and Pookie's just afraid of that. That's so funny. Anyway,
That's so funny, actually.
there was another one that
so
I really
afraid
like.
of Lily cooking.
Nuggets is really cute, but I feel like taste buds fits.
I agree.
I like taste buds.
Taste buds fits more than nuggets.
Mhm,
What do you think,
sweet.
Saki?
I vote taste buds.
Taste buds? Okay.
Taste
Right
buds
now,
is really
matter of
cute.
Dude, we always
Wait, imagine we started every episode and we're like, hi, little taste buds.
which taste bud are you today? Are
Wait.
you sweet? That thing was a lie, by the way. Do you remember the tongue thing where they were like each part of the tongue is like a different taste?
Yeah, that sounds like
that's like a millennial children thing. Anyway, like
Or maybe we should do an intro, but it's nuggets. And then the viewers at home, you need to tell us which one made you feel something. Okay, ready?
okay, take
Ready?
one. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Wait, which one is
Okay,
it? Taste
what
buds
are we
or
doing
nuggets?
first? We'll do nuggets.
Hi, little nuggets.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
Fuck
maybe
that
nuggets
shit.
is
Nah,
stuff.
not
It's
good.
like, this ain't McDonald's.
No, nuggets feels weird.
Taste buds is so cute,
I
though.
like taste buds. No, but
And I can be like, what's good, my little taste buds? What's up, taste buds? Or I can be like, oh my god, my little taste. Okay, maybe too much. But you know, it can be both like cutesy, endearing, and just like taste buds.
taste buds is really cute. And then I can draw you guys as little taste buds. Literally, I'll think of something for our community.
Maybe someday we
Anyway,
can have a little mascot, and he's a taste bud. I don't know what that would look like, but it sounds cute.
a mascot. That'd be really cute,
Right?
actually. Well, I love that.
Do you think? Okay, you guys probably know like the icon we have, the banner, the everything.
The thing I did in like 5 minutes and we never
Literally.
replaced.
Everything about this channel is Lily did it in 5 minutes, kind of. Should we do a rebrand soon? Get some proper icons and things of the like? I think maybe it's time.
I was looking at other podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And they all have these beautiful designed like logos and like graphic design. And
Or do you guys like that it's
we have a
changed?
poster board.
I'm not gonna lie, like initially I loved it. I thought it was so cute. And I like a little hint of janky because it's really cozy to me. But sometimes you gotta step your game up, you know?
She said pussy, but like really she whispered it.
You know, like you gotta step your game up.
Yeah, actually, let us know. I'm interested in that too. I would like a new logo because right now it's just sweets like SS,
Yeah.
SNS.
Which I think is cool, but because of the white background in the drawing, it's very
it's a
thin.
little.
It doesn't contrast very much.
Maybe
so.
like we can incorporate taste buds somehow.
Also, I'm thinking like if we have an icon, we have two options. We either do SNS or we do,
Our heads.
you know, cartoon.
We can workshop this for sure. We can. There's lots of many talented graphic
We got
designers we can
options.
commission.
Brand new whip just happened.
So you've been busy lately.
Sleeping. I've been doing so many collabs. I'm in my collab era. It's so fun. And I collabed with one guy who makes dresses. And he made me a custom dress. It's like the kind of thing that you dream of. You know what I mean?
A custom dress?
Yes. And it's the kind of dress you would love.
I would love to see
It's
it.
all flowers.
Oh my god!
Yep. And the top is see-through mesh.
Mhm.
And he attached flowers, so it kind of looks like I'm naked at the top, but covered in flowers.
Mhm.
And then the flowers cover here, and then it's like a pink-orange
Wait.
A-line.
I need
with
pictures
flowers.
of this.
Yes, I'll put them up.
Okay.
You would love it.
No, that
He
sounds
was
beautiful.
so sweet. My favorite thing when it comes to collabing is like collabing with people that are in a completely different industry, and then I just get to meet someone completely different. Where are you from? What do you do? Because honestly, the mindsets and the way that people comport themselves in different industries can be, I mean, it's just very different from gaming. So it's nice to get some variety in life.
I think you're in a really like cool position where
Aw.
you have. Shut up.
Yeah, I get to show my ring.
No. Yeah, because you have like what's the word? You have the credibility where people want to collab with you too, but you also bring that energy to the collab. So I think you should really utilize this opportunity and just reach out to anyone and everyone you can and do everything you can right now. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
I also-
Sometimes I get kind of shy or I overthink it. Oh,
They're
let me
probably
tell.
shy around you though.
No. Well, I love women and I love men. I really love women and I love men. I love people.
She loves human beings.
I love people, so I be collabing with people, regardless of what is in or not in their pants. However, sometimes when I collab with the M word, a man, depending on the audience, again, this is entirely depending on the audience. Some men actually have like a female heavy demo. Some men have an older, maybe split or male demo, all good. But sometimes the internet brings a collab to a certain corner of the world, and I kid you not, it does not matter how platonic of a thing that I am doing with another guy, such as cooking. The comments are just, haha, bet y'all smashed after this. Sir, enjoy the dish. Because it just disgusts me because this is my first time meeting someone, having a nice time with them, and to think that someone else would look at that and just assume the raunchiest little thing, ew! And I hate that it makes me second guess future collabs with guys, you know? I did a collab with this guy, his name's Chef Boy Lee. He's like a Michelin star chef, and I collabed with him because my assistant suggested it. For starters, we used this Moroccan pot called a tagine. However, in Morocco, a tagine is also a dish. It's a dish with meat and potatoes and vegetables. And there's also a Korean dish named galbijin. Can you say it? Galbijin. Which also is usually in a pot with meat, potatoes,
Honestly, that
vegetables,
sounds like
sauce.
A lot of countries have this version.
Oh, no, right. Our point was let's make galbijin, but let's do it in a tagine pot.
Okay.
But because we used the word tagine, people were like, this isn't the dish tagine, but we're using the pot tagine. Do you get what I mean? I can't tell you the amount, I'm talking thousands, the amount of people that are like, this isn't tagine. And I'm like, bitch, I'm Moroccan. I know what the frick a tagine is. Anyways.
Hey, thanks for the engagement.
I mean, that reel did kind of pop off. But long story short, it's just... I don't know what it is about reels. People love to get mad. So that's what happened on IG reels. People are like, this is not tagine the dish. But actually, we're using tagine the pot. Okay? And my mom can attest to this. 2, on freaking TikTok, I didn't even look at the TikTok because I just get lazy. But I went back to look at it like 2 days ago. Why are several of the top comments talking about me and this random man that I've met once potentially being involved? Because we made a TikTok together. Yuck. Anyways, are my feelings valid or should I just not care? Is this just a part of life? I need some comfort.
It's part of life. You're valid. I would get annoyed if everyone I collab with I got shipped with too.
Luckily, it's not everyone. It really just is dependent on either the person's own audience or where a video goes. Like, you know how the internet is.
The first story you told specifically though, like I totally get it because sometimes you make things like you don't make it with a malicious undertone. You're not making that reel thinking, hey, I'm gonna trick everyone thinking this is. You just want to make
cooking.
You just want to make a fun dish utilizing both cultures, and that's all you want.
Oh, you mean the tagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have found that something about IG reels, people just love to fight.
I think people like to get upset sometimes.
Online.
Mm-hmm.
And that engagement, I think for some reason, the IG algorithm in particular loves to send reels to people that they know it will upset. They're like, oh, we know you're not gonna like this, but we know that's gonna enrage you and make you engage with it. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if you open IG reels, half of the comments are just hater behavior.
Oh, that's rough. Tagine. Is it tagine?
Tagine, you said that so well.
Tagine.
We should make a tagine dish.
Guys, it's a tagine bowl. Kalbi it's a tagine bowl.
It's a bowl and it's a dish. We were not saying that we're making the dish. We were making a different meat and veggies dish in the pot.
You could try to justify everything all day long, and there's still people who are gonna nitpick and all that stuff.
Right, so am I supposed to go villain mode and just be like, more views and engagement?
No, you just go, damn, it's just a tagine bowl. It's not that serious. Anyway, Lily, let's hang out.
Anyways, Lily.
Let's hang out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
I'm gonna change. Should we kiss? Should we hang out?
I don't think the audience is gonna like that.
Did you see someone made a should we kiss counter on the subreddit?
No, but I love
God,
that.
they made a whole compilation.
It's become a legitimate part of my personality. Wait, a compilation would be great.
No, they made it. It's a video.
Oh, I thought it's just a number.
No.
Because I think we should have a counter. And I think it should be on the Reddit, which I am on. And Lily's also on.
I saw it. They made a video.
And we're going to be talking about the things on the Reddit on the podcast.
Oh, speaking of that,
yes.
I did see a comment. Downvote it, but I thought it was a very respectful criticism.
I love criticism. Let's go.
It was on the Should We Kiss thing where it was like, oh, they think that we should talk about more current events and that we can't just yap about nothingness or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then that got downvoted because people were like, I like them yapping about, like, I like the casual, lighthearted banter. Like, that's why I like this podcast.
We can literally talk about anything.
So it was interesting because I know some people want recent events and blah, blah, blah. But this is my opinion, where I feel...
Do you know that meme? It's my opinion!
No.
God, you're so... You're just like not on the internet, but you are on the internet.
I'm in my little corner of the internet. Some people want recent events and like, you know, drama, llama, tea, whatever.
Drama, llama.
I think there's a lot of podcasts that do that already. Like if you want recent events, I think there are things that are like literally dedicated to stuff like that. I feel like our greatest strength is the lighthearted
yapping,
banter, girl talk, yapping, like our daily life. It's just like casual, funny moments, stories, stuff like that. I like that. And I know a lot of people agree with me too. I wouldn't mind sprinkling in a bit of recent events, so if it's like super pertinent, super relevant.
My take, I actually pitched Lily an idea. I was like, can we do like a tea time with Pokey where like, we have a regular podcast, we have the slice of life advice segment, and then we can have a segment where it's like tea time with Pokey.
Pokey just wants to yap about tea, and I just listen.
I know she's clueless about these things, but I want to tell her about like, the niche internet dramas and the happenings, and she'll just sit there and like give probably a very silly opinion. But for me, I'm very open to both yapping the way that we do. I do think that's our strength, being able to talk about anything. I think it's fun and would be kind of different to be able to talk about current news and happenings and drama, but in a lighthearted way. You know what I mean?
I think you have to be careful with that, because if you talk about something serious, right, in a lighthearted way.
Girl, what internet drama is serious? Do you want to know the most recent internet drama?
What is it?
So there was this big beef on TikTok between a hairdresser and this influencer whose hair she was doing.
I'm sorry, even like starting that.
I know.
Just like,
I know. Let me
tell me about the hairdresser.
Long story short, the hairdresser had done the influencer's hair many times, and usually in exchange for like a post or a video or what have you. This one time, the influencer wanted to go really, really, really blonde, but it came out not so blonde. And obviously she was very upset. And the hairdresser was like, I'm so sorry. I would love to help you fix it. However, it's Thanksgiving, so I can't come in for like 2 days. And the influencer was not happy about that. She said, cancel your freaking Thanksgiving plans, bitch. She didn't say that, but maybe she did in her head. Anyways, so the hairdresser goes, I can come in a day after Thanksgiving. And if you want any sort of advice, you can use like a pea-sized amount of Dawn dish soap to wash your hair. And sometimes that helps take a certain color or toner out. Anyways, when the hairdresser and the influencer come in, the influencer looks kooky beans because she used the whole bottle of Dawn on her head. And then she's like, okay, now make me go platinum blonde. And the hairdresser's like, I can't. You fried your hair with Dawn dish soap. Like, dude, how can we not talk about this drama?
Well, that's a lot of Dawn dish soap. That's really strong.
And I never knew. Apparently, when you use Dawn on your hair, it opens up the cuticles, like the pores, a ton. So she had just like, anyways.
It's a lot of Dawn.
Let us know if you guys want trauma. I love how half of this is us talking like it's chat, like it's interactive, but it's just comments. But we be reading them. One quick thing I wanted to mention before we bring Aria on. In Macau and in Hong Kong, we have met so many sweet people. Kiss on the forehead for all of you. College tuition paid to all of you. I want to shout out one guy in particular. So as I said yesterday, I was so tired. I ditched everybody to go take a nap in a hotel. I went to 3 different hotels because they were all booked up in Hong Kong. Like I would pull up, they'd be like, what do you mean a room for tonight? We're booked and busy. And I said, damn, okay. I finally went to like the 3rd or 4th one and I booked online. So I was like, haha, can't say you're booked. The guy at the front desk, he looks at me, his eyes go wide. He's like, I'm wearing a baseball cap, braids. His eyes go wide.
Avengers.
Yeah, he goes, Pokemon.
So cute.
It really was so cute. I was like, yeah, hi. He goes, is that really you? Moments like that feel so wholesome to me. I was like, yeah, hey. And he goes, there's no way. I was just watching your reel with Twice.
Oh no.
I was like, yep. That's me.
She's doing a little dance right now.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. For all the audio listeners.
I care about you guys.
We all do. Anyways, he was so freaking nice. He was in such shock, and he upgraded my room for free.
What a homie.
Streamer privileges. Anyways, shout out to him. Sorry we didn't get a photo. I tried to come back down to take one with you because he was like, well, I need to take care of the other customers. I came back down. He was gone. He clocked out. Fucking bro, it's not that big.
Patreon only. Patreon. Here, look, I'll even record it right now. I took my phone out.
You're crazy.
Where is it?
Wait, can you narrate for the audio?
Okay, well, she's trying to find her microphone. It slipped down, and she's trying to get it.
And usually I get it from the top down, but it went all the way down. So I had to get it from the
food
bottom.
that comes out the other end as poop. Like, he recognized you and then upgraded you for free. Like, that's like that credibility thing we were talking about, where sometimes it does feel people do treat you differently once you have credibility. Like I've had moments where I go to a random nail salon, for example, right? And they're always like, we'll tag you, blah 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 blah. What's your Instagram? And
Oh my god, I've seen the post on my Explore page. Do you know what that means?
what do you mean?
You know what I
know what explore pages are.
Okay, just making sure.
And then they're like,
yeah, so I see you on my Explore. That's how much of a fan I am.
They see the whatever follower count or whatever credibility, blah 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 blah, and then they're like, oh, and then all of a sudden the tone changes a little bit. It's like they treat you a little bit differently, and it's happened.
Madame Pichu.
But it's happened like so many times that I have started booking things through Instagram. Because I'm like, it's not gonna last forever.
I will say, anyone out there, regardless of if you have a lot of followers, even if you have like an aesthetic Instagram or you document the things that you do, oh my god, you could get so many privileges
love that.
if you're inquiring through Instagram. And I would really recommend, whether you want to be an influencer, are or aren't, I think documenting things online can just be such huge benefit. At this point, our social media is just like a portfolio of who we are. It's incredible. So,
and then if I really like them, like I'll just shout them out for free. I'm like, I love, like, check them out. I'm happy to like help and stuff. But sometimes there are places where they like really message you a lot to shout.
come in.
Keep shouting them out, and
Please
it's
speak about us.
I can't. So it's like, it's interesting, like the way people treat you is just very different. Anyway,
have you heard of that credit card that they give influencers where essentially you can contact a restaurant or business and get free service as long as you tag or post them? So like you swipe the card, and as long as you do whatever deliverable is needed, you can eat for free, you can get a free service, you can get free Botox, fillers, whatever.
What the fuck?
Yeah, in New York. But of course you have to apply, so it's kind of given to like pretty popular girls.
I like going to restaurants where they like leave a Google review for a free appetizer or soda. I do that shit all the time.
I went to eat after my merch shoot, and the waiter recognized me. His name was Tom. If he listens to this, shout out Tom. And he was like, someone requested the dessert, and he's like, we'll give you guys a free dessert if you leave a Google review. So I left one, and I was like, Tom was great. And I showed it to him. I was like, give us that free dessert. I freaking love meeting people. I really do.
You're such an extrovert.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you so much. I like you.
Thanks. I like you too.
Good job.
Thanks.
I don't love the inflection, but good job.
Wait,
let's bring on someone else that we love. Aria! Shall we? Aria! Who's napping, just like I have been for a long time.
Pokey.
Yes.
Oh my god,
I love that impression because it's so accurate. I'm like so awake, knocked out. So awake, knocked out. 4-hour intervals. Come here, my princess. Hello, Ariasaki.
Hello.
How's your food poisoning?
It's less frequent now. But
Beautiful.
Instead of 2-minute increments, it's like 10, 15 minutes.
What did you get poisoned by?
It had to be last night when we went out.
Because I didn't.
Because she didn't go to that.
Oh.
So maybe like a razor clam or a... I did eat the chicken with the pink bone piece. Like it was red.
Last night too. That night, I had to take a massive...
Okay, but you're like backed up for days, and then it's a ticking
Why does
time
everybody
bomb.
know about Lily's poop schedule?
Everyone needs to know about it whether you like it or not. I'm sorry.
I wish there was a public counter. Like a public calendar, and then you go like, I pooped on Tuesday.
That's a
I pooped on
wild
Saturday.
fucking-
I pooped
We
on
have
Thursday.
parties.
Yeah, so we can celebrate every time. Wait,
I'm gonna veto
did you
this
guys know
idea.
that's actually an app?
What?
We had it
Poop
before.
cycle app?
Yes, there's an app where you can add your friends, and
Wait a sec.
it's a shared poop schedule.
That's fucking crazy.
A shared poop calendar, and you can log like, I pooped today.
They're
It was
definitely-
this consistency. It was, and so then you can message your friends like, oh my god, happy poop.
You're not fearful that they're taking your information on this? For sure.
Who, you think the government? The government probably does.
The
care about
government
my bowel
knows
movements.
Everything.
Yeah.
The menstrual cycle?
That
They
that.
care. They care.
Oh, that scares me.
That's
That's
scary.
different. Anyways, so Aria, if you guys don't know Aria, you do, but give us a little TLDR.
My name's Aria. I am the luckiest girl on the planet. These two are my best friends.
Baby,
No, literally.
should we kiss?
We need a counter on that.
We have one.
She says it all the time,
For good reason.
every day. Like
But
You can't say I don't have good reason. Guys, if you're surrounded by this many beautiful women, what would you be saying?
I respect you.
It's the same thing.
That's the first thing I thought of. I respect
you.
I respect beautiful
I'm not gonna kiss
women.
someone I don't respect.
I respect all women. I'm an ally. I'm an ally.
I'm pretty much okay. Apparently, it's an omnivert is what I am, but it
Which
depends.
is in between introvert and extrovert.
It depends on who I'm around. But you would fulfill my extroverted side, and then Lily fulfills my
There have
introverted
been
side.
so many times, Ari and I, we just stay in our room and we just watch TV. We just don't go outside.
For days.
Days, really.
For days.
Yeah.
Tell us about your guys' lore. When you met, how you met, how long
Is this
you've
what
been
this episode's
friends.
about?
I don't know. I feel like
We
I
can talk about
this.
anything.
Yeah, well, Lily and I,
Just longtime friends.
Long time.
Very long
Over
time
10
friends.
years.
Over
Whoa.
10 years, yeah.
10
10
years.
I'm not even 10 years
Aria
old.
is special to me because she was like one of the first people who made me feel pretty. She was the first person who did like makeup on me, and I'm like, whoa, right?
Lily for years will
Whoa.
not get a makeup artist. She'll just ask Ari to do
I mean,
it.
I was like a pick me. I was like, oh yeah, I don't do makeup and stuff like that. That's not
I
how
know
that's
what you
not-
mean.
But I just had low self confidence.
You just you didn't do makeup, not because you were like I don't want to, but just because like
No.
you
I
didn't
wasn't
really.
like the other girl.
When you started your streams, you would have put really big sunglasses
Yeah.
and like hide
yeah.
everything, and then I was
Yeah.
like,
But when I look back, I wasn't even that bad looking. I
you
was
were
like,
never bad looking.
well,
at
but the
all.
thing is, like, when people.
Never been, never
She's,
will
like,
be.
symmetrical, and
I'm not
she's
symmetrical.
Anyways, so
Yeah, but Aria has like this eye for
Yes.
aesthetics. I cannot explain.
she has an eye not just for aesthetics, but she can see beauty in anyone.
potential.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
she's like, oh my god, you just need to do. You should do makeovers, honestly.
Honestly, like,
You'd be
like
good at
I
it.
hire. She just does it.
I don't take.
She
payment
doesn't
from
want
Lily.
money. But like makeup artists, if I need anyone, she's
Oh,
like,
I want money, just not from my friends.
oh, I like that actually.
Mhm.
Same. Yeah.
Aria, I owed Aria like $4,000 in invoices,
That's not true.
and she refused to invoice me. No, like,
That's not true.
$4,000.
okay, so here's the thing.
She
If
just
I
puts up a number, but it's not necessarily that I would.
Let
agree
me
or
explain.
I'll take it.
If I, for example, do a sponsorship and I ask for my friend's help, girl, that help's not going to be free. I want to pay them. So I'll be like, okay, I'll just pay you this much of the sponsorship money. Call it a business expense. Put it in your pocket. And Aria every single time is like, oh my God, yeah, what time? See you there.
Aw.
Will never invoice. So now I've been relegated to just buying her random shit.
Oh, like, what are friends for though?
It's, to be honest, it's really cute. You refuse to take payment, so I'm forced to buy you things. Because we
Yeah.
agreed on payment.
You guys, I just want to let you guys know she upgraded my flight just so we could yap comfortably.
That's so cute. I saw your
And
picture
also-
with the
Yeah.
thing. That was
And also
really
because she
cute.
wouldn't accept payment.
That
So
was
I'm
really
like,
cute. Hey, it's a
you
comfy flight ticket.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm trying. It's not every
I'm
day
proud of
you
you.
have ballin' friends that are just wow. Like I said, I'm very blessed. You both.
Aw.
No, Lily also has financially helped me in many ways. Oh, all my friends.
we love you because you are very much a ride or die. Like, I
So
think,
ride or die.
not that I would ever commit, but if I did, not to myself, to someone else.
Yeah.
And if I,
She made a gesture
Yeah.
across her own.
not my, someone else's.
Neck.
Anyways,
It's
if
not
I
her.
needed to hide a body, I would call her first.
Not that we ever would
Michael.
this murder.
And
I don't know if this is good.
her tone of response would not be surprised whatsoever. She'd be like,
Not that-
see you soon.
Not that we would, because murder is bad. Okay,
And we wouldn't.
guys.
But have you guys heard of the guy who did?
The
Which one?
United
Current
Health CEO.
events. Yes.
Yes.
Ooh.
So if you don't know, I'm sure you already know. Can you give the blurb?
Hey, I'm gonna fact check this too, because like I'm just so like paranoid and stuff. You know.
Did you hear about like the eyebrow conspiracy?
That it was a different guy because
Mhm.
one had a unibrow and one didn't.
One like cleaned up.
The 50-year-old CEO of the American health insurance company, United Healthcare, was shot and killed in Manhattan. Happened outside an entrance to the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel.
How about the bullet etching? There's like
Crazy.
there was like a little phrase on the bullet.
Yeah. Defend, deny, something else. Because apparently, when you often file insurance claims or you file for financial support from your insurance when you have some sort of health problem,
Mhm.
at some point they'll just stop giving you any sort of help and they will like defend themselves. They'll deny whatever you're requesting and then literally
Diffuse?
die. Because a lot of people
Is
die.
it deflect or diffuse?
I don't know. Just look up health
Delay,
insurance.
deny, defend.
Delay. Yeah, they'll delay your payments. So a lot of people literally just stay sick, get
Damn.
sicker, and pass away.
The comments were wild. They're all like cheering.
I know.
Well,
very interesting.
Before his death, he faced criticism because his company rejected insurance claims, and his family reported he had death threats too in the past
Mm.
and stuff. So I guess it's like the general consensus is like, yeah, murder is bad, but also your health, like your insurance claim you're denying
Your
those
whole
insurance
business
claims
structure,
also probably
although
kill people. Yes.
albeit being legal, is extremely unethical.
It is.
Extremely.
It's crazy. That's how much it resonates with everyone who's gotten, like, it's a meme at how bad
Also-
our healthcare is.
Okay, can we discuss?
They're saying like, I've never seen that woman in my life.
Question. Do you guys think people would be defending him just as much if he wasn't as attractive as he is?
Oh, I think they would.
I think they would, yeah.
I think they would defend him, but maybe not as much, you know what I mean?
No.
Or maybe it's just all the memes.
I think
No.
because I think even before his identity was like,
Revealed?
people were like hella hyped. They
Yeah.
were so
Yeah.
happy. Or not
Yes.
happy, but like excited.
Supportive.
Yeah.
Supportive, right?
Yeah.
I think the fact that he looks the way he does even just like amplified that, I guess.
Bolsters.
I've seen
that
fan
support.
cams of this guy, okay?
Oh wait, maybe from like him being brought into court?
Like images.
Images of
Yeah.
him, like they found his identity and stuff, yeah.
Like edits.
I'm imagining a
Fan
cute-
edits.
Like pink girly pop edit of him.
Yeah.
And it's like his mugshot.
Like all the effects.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Shit's crazy.
It is really interesting how news and the distribution of news and information changes as technology and social media advances. Girl, I didn't read a single article about this. It was all Twitter, and I know so much. I read the freaking manifesto. And usually you would get all of that information.
Wait, there's a manifesto?
You guys didn't. Maybe I know too much. Allegedly, he did write a manifesto. It's kind of interesting. Anyways, there's so much information out there. The positive is that it's readily available and extremely viral. The negative is that if you get that kind of information through social media, it's not always fact-checked. Even Twitter community notes are sometimes kind of a meme.
Dude, I have that problem sometimes where I'm trying to be more knowledgeable. I'm trying to educate myself
And
on
it's like,
certain-
where?
But then like there's like 80,000 things that are contradicting each other.
Yes.
Everyone has their own source.
Yeah.
Even certain news articles aren't like completely reliable anymore.
Mhm.
So I have trouble going through and wading through the massive amounts of information and disinformation. So I'm like, what do I do?
I know. I wish there was one specific news source that I trust a lot. But I feel like we're just in a day and age where throughout all these social media platforms, we hear from thousands or see and hear from thousands of people every day that you don't have one source. Like back in the day, you would have one news channel. And to be fair, that's also not always best because
they can be bought.
they can be very biased as well. So
Well, that's why I guess we have to use our critical thinking caps.
I think I'm too lazy. Thanks though.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like to get my news from TikTokers and
Actually, TikTok is the place I hate them.
Wait, do
Like-
you guys think the ban is real this time?
Ooh, that's a good topic. Will TikTok be banned on January 19th?
January 19th?
Yes! Wow, I really am online too much. You guys are like, oh my god, a manifesto? Oh my god, January 19th? I got so much information in this little noggin.
Surface level. but you
January
definitely-
19th?
Yeah, you dive
January
deep.
19th, baby. January 19th.
I don't understand, like, I don't get it.
And
Why-
nowadays, the gauge that I get from most people is that it's actually going to go through.
But they say that every time, and it's not the first time.
I think in the past, it's been more like, nah.
So you
And
think
now they're
this
like,
time-
yeah.
You think this time is for real?
Yes.
I use Reels. So,
I do also love Reels.
I like to hop. Like when one's algorithm starting to bore me, I'll go on the other.
There was a state in particular that banned TikTok and then I think reverted the ban.
Oh.
So I'm like, I feel like that's what's going to happen. But I
And
don't
will
know.
all our information be safe, like our accounts and everything? Like it doesn't.
Oh
go
yeah,
poof, right?
no. I don't think they will delete anything.
interesting.
In no way. Let's swap back to Aria.
Aria?
Wait, what?
Please
Hot
tell
tea.
us a brief summary of your lore.
Okay.
You know, like where were you
You're
born?
champion.
Where did you go to school?
Champion
How did you get into
What region are
esports
you from?
and streaming?
Okay. I was born and raised in Vancouver, Canada. A fellow
We love
Canadian.
Vancouver slang.
Slay.
Canada.
You love Canadians.
It's true. We're nice.
They're both giving me the Canadian eyes.
They're
Yeah.
filled with maple syrup.
Wow. What are my eyes filled with? I was going to say
The
something
poop you
so
take every 4
inappropriate,
days.
But I won't. What the fuck?
That's how did
Ew,
you go there?
Ew, ew.
I was thinking brown.
I was
Sorry.
thinking something like America, like, you know, cheeseburgers or something.
I was thinking like
the
gun
patties
bullets.
for the burgers.
Gun bullets.
I don't know.
Gun bullets is
the
crazier
first
than
thing I
food.
thought of was gun bullets. I'm sorry.
What in the world?
And then I've always been a gamer my whole entire life. That's like my one consistent thing. I like to dabble in a bunch of things. And had it not been for Lily, I honestly might have been, I don't know, a line cook or doing baking pastry.
Hey, back in my
Yeah.
days, yeah, I saw her. She was a sushi waitress.
I was.
Really?
I was.
Wait, I did not know this.
I worked
Yeah.
at a Swatch company, or Swatch.
Oh.
I worked at GameStop, and I worked at Blue Sea Sushi.
I remember you were a waitress there.
Yup.
And she worked as a chef for an esports org years ago. Lily, Ari, and I have
Oh,
the
God.
craziest esports stories.
Let us know if you want we need an
Maybe we
episode dedicated
yes.
to
Let's each
esports.
give one today, and then we'll do a whole episode
Are you sure?
someday. Yeah,
I
just
have a
one.
lot. I have a lot. It's pretty
So
bad.
back in the day,
Jesus.
to be honest, before there was like streamer groups, content creator groups on Twitch, all these things, and more personality-based content, the big thing on Twitch was just esports and esports players and competitive gaming. That's kind of what ran the whole industry. And we were all more so in the League of Legends scene, which was the most popular esports scene. And we just have some funny stories. No naming names, but
Timeline's really obvious for me.
whatever.
It's kind of obvious.
If I say the story, they'll know exactly which timeline I'm coming
To
from.
be honest, most people won't. Even me, if you told me a story from back then, I wouldn't even know who, and I was there.
Yeah.
I'm like, these are all things that happened
Okay, I have a small short story. I can do.
years ago.
Well,
It's fun to look back on those years.
as companies are run by people at the top, you can tell sometimes CEOs, literally
CEOs.
sometimes they can get a little petty and they have kind of like vendetta against certain other CEOs. I had a point where I was poached from a team, which means another team was interested in my work and wanted me on their team.
They were like, "Ooh, we like that little
Yes.
chef. She cooking real good."
They wanted me for
Let
social
me take
media.
her. Oh,
Yeah,
I
they-
see.
Not only did they successfully poach me because what they offered me was much better, like better money,
As you
better living
deserve.
situation, everything was better.
Mhm.
I got fired the next day. And
What?
they even moved my piano. I had an upright piano, and
They poached you,
they poached
moved
me,
you in, and then
moved me
fired you
in,
the
and
next
then
day.
Fired me, and they were so dramatic about it. They ripped the contract in front of me. But that just comes to show like the power trippy, like
How old were you?
Wait,
I
why?
was maybe early 20s, like 23, 24.
Why did it was the
23.
new company that fired you, right?
The new company that fired me.
Why? Within a day?
Their excuse was so BS because I went to dinner with the CEO. He knew that I was dating a player, but their excuse was you're in bed with another player,
Wait, Claire from that team?
a different team. So that
Oh my God! They're
but
like, you're gonna
they
leak
wouldn't
all
have
our
hired
strats.
me to begin with because we know each other. We all know each other. Like if that was an issue, they wouldn't have chosen me to begin with. Everyone knew I was dating a certain player.
Is that legal?
That's what I'm saying. But they tore up the contract in front of me, making it look like,
Wait,
oh,
that-
it's void. It's void.
I think that is a little bit too far
I
and
actually got
unnecessary.
I got reached out by two other like people from other
that had
teams.
similar experiences. or-
No, that told me I could get into legal because this was when money
Yeah.
was just entering the scene.
I was gonna say, I think it's also really inconsiderate to know that you
Yeah.
poached/hired someone from another team, made them leave a position.
Yep.
To offer them another one just to rip it away. Like,
But
what about this person's
I'm a
livelihood?
feelsy girl, so I was just so disgusted that my life was treated like that. I felt like
Yeah.
a ping pong ball. I just
As you
literally two CEOs that had a power trip against each other. They just hated each other. So they wanted to do this as like, you know? And then my original boss
Mhm.
tried to call me and be like, you can come back, but I'm going to cut your pay.
What?
Because, yeah. And I'm like, so after that, I just felt so like worthless and belittled and like taken for granted. Everything just felt so nasty and also
Mhm.
wasted my time, effort, money, and like moving all my stuff. It's not easy to move an entire piano too. So at that point, I was like, I don't want to be in esports, period. And that's when I cut it completely. I got offers from other places too,
Mhm.
but I was like, I don't want to be here when this is how you can treat people and how I could retell the story and people will be like, oh, that's messed up. But then they'll also say, but esports was messed up. Like it's almost normalized because like we've heard crazy things that happen.
I've heard a similar experience from so many women
Yep.
who went into esports, were a part of these organizations or teams, and a year or two in couldn't handle it so much so they're just like so burnt off esports they leave the industry in its entirety.
If it's gotten better though.
I think it's gotten better for sure.
I remember the
but
beginning
also
of it.
when the bar is on the ground, there's only up to go.
No, yeah. Back then, we always mean that it was like Wild West.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it really was Wild West.
the Wild West.
Mhm.
It was pretty Wild West.
Do you want to tell your story or me first?
Nah, you go.
But you're gonna tell one.
I don't know if I have any I want to tell right now. I'll think about it while you tell. How about that?
Fine. I have a very, very brief one. I giggle so much when I look back and I remember I was seeing this esports player, League of Legends guy, super sweetie, love him to death. Anyways, we were seeing each other and he was a part of this team and we both lived in LA at the time. And sometimes, we would want to hang out and maybe he was practicing, scrimming, streaming, whatever. When I went to their place and I was like, hey, I'm here for this person. Like, we're just going to go hang out after. They were like, okay, but you need to wait outside. I said, what do you mean? They said, we don't allow women in the house. Just such a funny rule. So I kid you not, I had to sit on the porch of this esports organization's home because they did not allow women in the house.
Yeah.
I will say though, there was one other player, super sweetie, love him to death, who played with him, who was in the home, who literally came out and sat with me on the porch as I waited for the guy. Yeah, and he was like, hey, how you doing? Sorry you have to wait out here. We don't, obviously he didn't say this, but it's like, we don't allow your gender inside, even to wait for someone. Insane.
And I know why.
Why? Because we're just such distractions.
Yeah, we are the problem always.
Oh, it's always
Okay,
so-
let's relax.
I said that with sarcasm.
I know, but it's like,
Yeah,
even
no.
sarcastically, I'm so tired of hearing rhetoric like that.
No,
It's like,
I've heard it.
You know
the
what I
entire
mean?
time
It's messed up.
When I was in esports, I used to get blamed if the team lost or
Oh.
something. Remember that?
like if you're
Me
dating
too.
someone who's on a team and then the team loses, they're like, it's the girlfriend's fault.
I read so
Excuse
many
me?
things.
No, I got blamed for my cooking once too.
You cooked them a bad meal, that's why.
I mean, to be fair, even now, sometimes that like blame the girlfriend
Yeah.
narrative still exists, in my opinion.
It
Like
does.
sometimes people still blame me for Michael not making videos, and I'm like, he's a fucking grown ass man. What do you mean? Like,
That's crazy.
there's a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, Michael. Something about like they'll stand up for him.
Mhm.
Like, oh, he's not making videos. He's not being productive because
Oh,
of Lily or
yeah.
something. Blah, 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 all because of Lily.
All the
And I'm like,
excuses
why
for
is it always
for the male.
my fault? And
I also think that's so weird because your guys' relationship is so evidently very, very healthy.
it is so good.
It
If
really is
anything,
good.
they are just like the most positive influences on each other's lives. Like, you should attribute the good things of each of you
Yeah,
to each
but
other.
I mean, like it's been in
Yeah.
every public relationship I've been in,
Mhm.
I've heard it. Like it's nonstop. It is always my fault. Probably because I'm also more open and vulnerable about stuff that I go through.
Mhm.
They don't know
Yeah.
the guy's side because they're more private and reserved and stuff like that. And I
enough.
understand that. But it's just like a constant narrative. I'm just like, yeah, bro, they're grown men. I don't know what to tell you. You know.
I'm not gonna tell you shit. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now that Lily's gone, let's really spill the tea.
What tea is there to spill?
Anything.
Okay, let me think.
What do you think was your worst experience streaming and or in this industry? Or like the most shocking one?
Okay, I have a petty story.
Oh, I love petty stories, please.
Well, I mean, I am so proud of my friends and I love being their friend and
Mhm.
I would not give up anything in the world and I would not change anything. You know,
factual.
because I may not be here and meet the people I know and know the people I know. But with that, sometimes I will like be contacted or people will see me and then they'll be like asking about you, asking about Lily, and or like asking, they'll just ask about my friend. And I'm like that, although that's fine.
You're also not anyone's secretary, so.
Yeah, exactly. And it just, I don't know, it growing up, especially in an Asian household, I get compared to a lot, like to my cousins or to, my peers, my student friends, whatever. So my classmates. So it sucks when like it almost makes me think like, oh, does this mean I have to like work a little harder, be a little better so that like, you know, I'm not kind of seen as a person that just relays the message to, you know, her friends. So like, that's like,
If it's any consolation.
yeah.
Hey, I need him in the corner all the time. Going, yeah, that's the word. If it's any consolation, Cutie said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really think it doesn't matter how much you accomplish, how much you try to prove yourself. If you're affiliated with someone else
Yeah.
and someone can't get to
I
that
get
someone
that.
else, they're going to try to go through you.
Yeah.
I think you're just sweet and accessible and you respond to people's DMs.
that's true. I do
which
respond.
I don't be doing all the time.
I
I'm
do
just so
respond.
honest. Oh.
Yeah.
That was
Why was the pee so good?
because I was holding it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
This only, I mean, I only brought this up because like this TwitchCon was probably one of the most eye-opening and odd
Mhm.
because I had multiple instances where they told me that they weren't a real fan and they were in my fan line or fan meet. Yeah, or they would ask me to relay a message or ask me about someone else's schedule.
I don't like
And I'm
that.
Okay.
What? Why are you
When-
here?
When people come to some of our friends and they're like, "Oh, can you say this to Pokimane? I don't know who you are, but you're Poke's friend, blah blah blah, whatever, stuff like
Yeah.
that." Or even like, "Oh, can you say this to Lily, blah blah blah." I'm like,
Very
don't
tactless.
do that.
Consider people's feelings.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
imagine how it makes them feel. They
I
can-
also...
Yeah.
Sorry.
no, go on.
No, I interrupt too much. It's the worst. I need to shut up.
No, we love your
It's okay.
yapping.
Thanks.
The switch up was a little too fast. Hold on.
Actually, yeah,
No,
you do.
Yeah, you know what? I do. And I'm working on it, so if I ever say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you," literally keep yapping. Okay, don't feel you need to do the polite thing. Like, no,
Like a
you
yap
go.
harder fast.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
Actually, me and Lily had this like the first episode or two. No, you go. No,
We did that
you
on
go.
the-
No, you go.
It'll flow.
I was gonna say, again, if it's any consolation, I think the way that they do meet and greets now at TwitchCon just creates that problem.
Yeah.
Because it's a raffle system,
yeah.
so people like, as opposed to people just lining
It's like
up
a
to be in
draw.
your line. Yes. And like you're applying for more than one drop, and it might not be the one that you get, but you'll
Yeah.
get like you'll go for whatever you can get.
Yep.
So I think that's a Twitch problem, not a you problem. You know.
Yeah. I think if it's like simple, like, "Oh, hey Lily, tell Michael I love him." I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
that's cute.
Shit like that. But if
But
it's
it's
like,
like, hey, I know you know this person.
can you give this to them and tell this to them, and then also do this? Like, it's like a lot of mental responsibility. And I'm like, I feel pressure because like I can't remember.
I think a good rule of thumb is treat a friend of someone like their friend, not like their secretary
we're
or their
also
manager,
expecting a
agent,
lot
or
from-
assistant.
We're expecting a lot from people that might be socially awkward, and what if they don't
I
know?
don't think we're expecting a lot. I think we are trying to change the culture.
Okay, how about when they? I don't know if it's intentional, probably not. But you know the term nagging.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've had
Yes.
like 2 instances where they'll-
Sorry, before we
Yeah.
continue, can you look up the definition?
Yeah, I had a person come up to me and was like, "Yeah, so my friends think you're really mid. I really like you. Like you're one of my top watch streamers,
Wait,
right?"
I got the same thing where like, yeah, Lily, everyone says your music sucks, but I actually really like your
Yeah,
music. And I'm like, and then I message, I'm like, who says that? Who says? I just want to
Dude,
know. And they never respond.
Yeah, I was like, "Can I get a picture?" I'm like,
Should I
"I don't really
explain
want to."
what nagging is?
I'm pretty sure I responded like that too.
I get that too. Sometimes people just be like, my friends make fun of me for watching you. And then I'm like, do I
The
want to
subtle
beat you
nag.
up or beat your friends up? I don't know. Anyways, I just say thanks, bye.
To nag, meaning negative feedback, is an act of emotional manipulation whereby a person makes a deliberate backhanded compliment or otherwise flirtatious remark to another person to undermine their confidence and attempt to engender in them a need for the manipulator's approval. It was
Mhm.
coined and prescribed by pickup artists. So it's like
Pickup
making them feel bad, so it's like
Yeah.
they pick
So
you
that-
almost.
I think it's making them feel bad so they feel the need to prove themselves to you.
Yeah.
And be like, oh my God, really? Like, I'm so sorry. And then you feel insecure, so you feel the need to like
Mhm.
garner validation
But it
from this
also-
person who put you down.
But
And
it-
for what?
But it also gives them brownie points because it's like, okay, the world might hate you, but I like you. So it's like they're trying to cash in too, and you're just
I
like,
think everyone's gone through
confused.
some instance of this. Probably a lot of
Yeah.
listeners too. Like, you know, people who
Yeah.
try to...
Maybe it's an instance where like they got a bad sentiment but couldn't really put a label on it. That's the label.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate tactic people use. The backhanded compliment so that you feel the need to like earn their affection.
Yeah, and if you accidentally said it and you didn't mean to, maybe it's because other people around you did it, and you think that okay, this might be normal. It's not normal. Cut it out. You can change. It's okay.
Actually, that's been a really big learning lesson for me this year. I don't need to prove myself to anyone.
You
And
don't.
it's crazy even at this age to be like trying to drill that into my head.
Well, sorry, I've interrupted you this time.
That's okay. I like when you interrupt me. I want to hear what you have to say.
Sorry, it's just like sometimes I just have this thought.
I
'cause,
know.
Like, go on though.
I was just going to say, I feel like it's unfortunately a habit that I've picked up. Being a content creator, being in a male-dominated space, honestly, my whole career has felt like I need to prove myself to people. This isn't good enough. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. But the reality of it is, especially in your personal life, you should never feel a pressure to prove yourself to someone. Someone should show you that they believe you're a good person, that they believe in your good qualities. If someone is coming at you with any sort of uncertainty or negging, as we said, they're probably not someone who should be in your life. And I think because I had this habit in my professional career, I unfortunately sometimes let it slide in my personal life, and I really shouldn't. And I will never do that ever again, hopefully.
So independent.
Thank you.
So cool.
She's so woke.
What were you going to say, though?
I like that not having to prove yourself to someone, because to some people you will never be good enough anyway. Like nothing you do will matter. So like a small example of this, like remember how I said like, oh, you're the reason Michael doesn't make videos, blah 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 blah. Like that shit used to like bother me much more. But then I realized like, what does Michael think? And that's all that matters in that instance. Like,
Oh my God.
So true.
right? Is he happy? Is he like we're communicating? Are
He
we good?
is.
Then that's all that matters.
And he loves
right?
you.
And that's the same thing with my friends too. Like, are they okay? Are they happy? Then that's all that
And
matters.
who cares anyone else's
Yes,
perception
exactly.
on
And
the
it's like
friendship?
so much more freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like healthier even.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think actually you did put me on that mindset, because I remember one time I overthink a lot. So sometimes there's a scenario where I'm overthinking, I'm spiraling myself, I'm creating scenarios, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm low-key believing this. So I'll go to Lily, and Lily's like, Aria, if they're your friend, maybe you should just trust your friend. And I'm like,
You have to trust your friends that they'll always give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
They'll believe
Yeah.
and trust in you.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust your friends. I mean, like,
yeah,
Are they really your
Yeah.
friends then?
true.
yeah. Honestly, that was a good advice segment too.
I like that.
Okay, can we? Sorry, this is really funny. Upstairs lifeguard posted a picture. Episode
We'll put
13.
it up on the video
Drawing
because it's
Lil-
beautiful.
Drawing Lily and Pokey for 30 days. Day 1. Heart, heart, heart.
And it looked so good. Like the art was so good.
And a dance comment. They didn't post after day 1.
So if you're watching this, we're waiting on your day 2 through 30. Hello?
This is so cute.
It is
I love
hilarious.
It's so cute.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm imagining someone like you at home being like, I forgot.
But
I would do
also like
something.
starting a project and just
then
not
not finishing
finishing
it.
is
I
very
forgot.
common.
It's so
Very
common. I do
relatable.
it all the time.
Yep.
And especially for me, it's the multiple hearts that sent me
I
because they're
know.
like so excited, so loving, and then just forgot.
Okay, if I showed you all my unfinished sketchbooks, I have so many sketchbooks. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fill this up. It's gonna be like one of those cool Insta reels
Yeah.
where I'm gonna flip and show everyone my drawings.
That's like me and day planners. I don't think I've ever gone day 2. I've always wrote really
They're
nice
so
the
pretty
day,
and fun to do the first day though.
what
Yeah.
to do,
First
grocery
day.
list.
You're so on top of it, and then it's just
Or you
flip-
even plan it out on all the pages.
I know,
It's
I know, and then it's playing so
Such a
relatable, so relatable. It is just the person who dyed their hair, and it looks like my
looks so
very
much like you.
this
Even like the face.
Not anymore,
Mhm.
your hair is pink. now.
really cute fan art of us.
We love the
Really
fan art.
so
Oh my god, I
cute.
love this
I
one.
know. They're so they drew us as a dun dun dun.
Yes, I see that. That's
I can
true.
actually see us like that.
I'm pretty sure she is a very similar personality type to Pokey.
Oh, dude, I can
Very
see
similar.
it.
Meaning? What's my personality type? Like, what do you mean?
ESFJ-ish, E something something something.
Oh,
She's
thanks.
definitely like an extroverted, like putting it down, caring about her friends.
Hey.
It's just really appreciation for the owner of the internet. Dynamics are good. I'm excited when they bring guests. I love the input from the team members as well. Just cute stuff. Very nice comments. Honestly,
Would you like to try the egg tart?
Yeah, I just didn't know a good time to
Yeah.
just take a bite and start munching.
Arya's really good with food reviews. So we're going to do a
Oh.
mini egg tart food review.
Oh.
And sorry, just to close out that segment, thank you so much, Lily.
Mhm, mhm,
Please check out our subreddit, Sweet and Sour Pod.
it's gonna be in the description.
Now, on to the egg tart review.
All right, guys. So there are 2 types of egg tarts that are very popular. There are probably more, but then the 2 popular ones, the difference mainly is actually in the vessel or the type of pastry that it's in. This one is a Portuguese egg tart, so the pastry is actually very flaky, very similar to like a croissant.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's got
And
many
it
layers.
smells
And then the iconic look for the Portuguese egg tart is that they broil the tops so that it has that like
Ooh.
caramelized burnt sugar
Like creme
taste.
brulee.
Exactly. And then the other popular pastry type is the biscuity cookie dough pastry dough. Like what you guys are familiar with, like, you know, with fruit tarts and stuff. So it tastes like a sugar cookie kind of.
Cute.
Yeah. So this one is the Portuguese, and it's my favorite personally.
I like it too because it's a bit more savory.
Yes,
I prefer
it
savory over
is.
sweet.
It is more savory, more buttery, and
Oh, butter.
yeah. And Lord Stowe's is my personal favorite and very iconic. Multiple locations in Macau alone. But yeah,
Go
have you had
ahead.
it?
I had a bite, but I want to hear from you.
So Mike is picking that up, right?
The crunchy, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And this, have you had it piping hot?
Mm-mm.
Completely different.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It tastes a little bit more jello-y when it's like piping hot, because when you let it set, that's when like it tastes more custardy. So right now it has setted.
Very
And
custardy.
it's just so delicious.
Yeah, I feel like the pastry is incredible. Like, you know when a pastry is so good, you can smell how good it is before you taste it?
You hear that? You hear that crunch?
She's crunching up the egg tart in front of the microphone.
Ooh,
Then she's
that was
eating
a nice
it now.
crunch.
She ate the crunchy bits that
I
she
need
just
one more
pulled
bite.
off herself. She's taking another bite.
Also,
Big
it
bite.
smells so
Half of
eggy.
it.
You have a little bit.
She's
And I
enjoying
love
herself.
egg.
Pokey is smelling the croissant.
Egg.
She's smelling it, man. Hey, did you memorize the Ratatouille monologue yet?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
For real?
The life of a critic.
Oh my god.
You know, I was just thinking about that earlier.
In many
During the
ways, the
podcast?
life of a critic is an easy one.
Should we do it for when we're back?
Should we should do it when we're back, and we should also measure our heights then, right?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Or should we only do one?
Yeah, two is
Pokey's
spoiling.
taller.
We know that.
You're 5'3.5".
Yeah, you remember.
Well, only because I'm taller by a little bit.
Just a tiny bit, man.
But unfortunately, she's taller than me.
No way.
Yeah, you're 5'4".
You're 5'4", and I'm 5'3 3/4".
But we won't know for sure until we measure our heights
And
on
you
the
won't know for sure
podcast,
until we measure our heights.
which will
And
be.
we're gonna measure it like to the decimal.
We will. We're gonna get like professional type height
Yeah.
measuring
You
people.
guys might as well also be barefoot and wear bald caps. Because hey,
Can I say-
your hair is cheating. She has so much volume in her hair always.
Thanks, baby. I do think that is a hilarious visual. At the end of the
Like two
episode,
bald cap girls.
like bald feet, bald head,
I'm not gonna lie.
height measuring.
What's bald feet? It's just your feet.
No, the thing is because I've seen
Well,
people.
barefoot means bald feet. Like it's like the shoe is the hair.
I think people really like seeing like I'm not trying to say certain parts of the internet, but I think when two girls go back to back as well, and then I don't know why it always gets clipped. So I think it's even funnier if you guys play it up and have the bald
And
caps.
we're
and
bald?
Stuff.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I don't know what my
there's
head
no
shape's
room
like,
to-
but
to, you know,
down to try maybe one
turn
day.
it into
Yeah, for sure.
odd content.
A future episode, like wait, like yeah, in the
No,
future.
the next episode.
Yeah, next.
Every
We
next
can say
episode.
we're gonna.
Okay, maybe not bald caps, but you can wear like the you know,
Bald caps is funny.
the what is it called, the swimmer's cap, like the speedo cap.
Yeah.
That's easier. That's easier.
She just finished the entire egg tart. Was it good?
It was so good. I finished the whole thing
She did. She's talking with her
in like
mouthful
30
too.
seconds. Thank you so much, Pocky.
It was delicious.
Incredible.
I'm gonna bring some back to
Wait,
Michael.
that's your name, Pocky?
Yeah.
Like the sticks.
Yeah, that's my brother.
He's the one.
Well,
So it was such a
Why
straight
you can't
face.
see that? What do you mean adopted? We look identical. Can we put a photo of Pocky?
So different. They're so different.
I think
We look identical. What's a fun thing to end on?
I don't know. Okay.
Us kissing?
No.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.